Hey everyone, so here is our article again, and so Suna was kind enough to find this article and put it in a Word document, so hopefully this is a little bit easier for you to follow along than the previous reading. So our article that we've been reading is Who Needs Sleep, and maybe you do, and this is by Kristen Weir. Here's what you need to know about slumber from A to Z's. So the quick quiz says, how much of your life will you spend sleeping? And the answer is a whopping one third of your life. So, for something we spend so much time doing, we don't often give slumber the credit or attention it deserves, says a study by the National Sleep Foundation that found that 60% of middle and high school students felt tired during the day, and 15% had fallen asleep in school during the last year. And so, says Lee Schaefer, I'm definitely tired during the week, and she's a 17-year-old from Oxford, Michigan. I nod off in a lot in chemistry, and why is sleep so important? Why are so few of us getting enough of it? So the author goes on to say sleeplessness kills, and in the book, Kristen Weir writes that when we sleep, we cycle through five well-defined stages. Between stages 1 and 4, we sink deeper and deeper into sleep. Heart rate and body temperatures drop, brain waves slow down, and muscles relax completely. Then we enter the fifth stage of sleep, which is the rapid eye movement stage, or REM. During this stage, our eyes dart back and forth below the eyelids, and our brain waves speed up again to the same levels as when we're awake. And so most dreaming occurs during REM sleep, and people need both REM and non-REM sleep in order to get a good night's rest. During a full night's sleep, we cycle through all five stages between 3 and 5 times. Scientists also know that we have to sleep. Repeated experiments with lab rats show that rats will die from lack of sleep long before they die from lack of food. So, sleep deprived people, it says, however, don't drop dead, but they do suffer health problems. Humans who go days without sleep begin to have digestive trouble such as diarrhea and stomach pain. They experience memory problems and hallucinations and can quickly become paranoid. However, scientists still aren't certain why we need to snooze. One theory is that while we sleep, our bodies repair muscles and other tissues. Some researchers believe that sleeping and dreaming are necessary for the brain to organize and store memories. Others think we slow down at night to conserve energy. Setting your body clock. Adults need about 8 hours of sleep each night, but young people need even more. Kids from about 10 to 18 need a little bit more than 9 hours of sleep on average, says Mary Carskadon, a sleep researcher, and she's a member of the NSF Task Force on Sleep and Teens. Yet she finds that most teens sleep an average of 7 hours a night. Busy schedules are only a part of the problem. During adolescence or teenager years, the body's internal clock gets pushed back so that a person doesn't feel sleepy until later in the morning. The result is that teens want to stay up later at night and sleep later in the morning. I tend to be tired in the morning, and toward the end of the day, I wake up, Leah says. To make matters worse, nighttime habits can also affect the body's clock. One way the body learns when to sleep is through light cues. Staying up late in a bright room or staring at a brightly lit TV or computer screen can push the internal clock back even later. And then we have sick and tired. The short term effects of too little sleep are obvious enough. Too little shut eye can leave you feeling fuzzy headed and unable to concentrate. Almost all teenagers, as they reach puberty, become walking zombies because they are getting far too little sleep, says Cornell psychologist James Moss. Over time, skipping on sleep can cause a sleep debt to accumulate, and then we have serious consequences. As the sleep deficit goes on week after week, your body changes, the professor says. Sleep deprived people have problems with learning and memory. Mood is also affected, and overtired teens can show mood problems that mimic depression. In some cases, youth may be prescribed medication for depression when, in fact, they're just behind on sleep. Also, the hormone cortisol, which is associated with stress, can build up in the sleep deprived. High cortisol levels weaken the immune system, making a person more susceptible to illness. New studies are also revealing that sleep debt can mess with metabolism, the chemical processes that occur within an organism to sustain life. If you aren't getting enough sleep, They're likely to eat more and also process food differently. Those metabolic changes can lead to weight gain and related health problems, including diabetes. Unfortunately, sleep debt is hard to overcome. Sleeping in on weekends is your body's way of playing catch up, but if you overdo it, you could be making matters worse. So your body will thank you for it on Monday if you get an extra hour or two of sleep at night. Still, it's important to listen to your body and give it the rest of the craze. Kids need to be happier, says Carcedon. I think they had more if they had more sleep, they'd be happier. Okay, so that was reading number one that you need to go through and um, review and complete pages 19 through 21 um, of your workbook pages, and also workbook pages 22 through 25 have to do with this article on teen sleep.